This short video is ideal for when you first get off a flight and arrive at your hotel. So ideally do it outside. It's really nice to find a little spot like this that you can roll out a mat or just a towel, and you can just do a few exercises that are going to stretch you out and just tighten up a few parts of the body that you haven't been using for a while you've been on that flight. So we're going to start off in standing. You're going to have your feet hip width apart, toes pointing forwards. Now we know how important it is to get our calves working and to keep our calves working on the flight, but they will be feeling a little bit stiff. So that's the first thing we're going to start with. So hands on your hips, tucking your bottom under, open out through your chest, and then you're just coming up onto the toes and back down again, pulling up onto the toes. And I actually want you to envisage using your calves, drawing up through your calves, pulling your heels up off the floor, tightening through the calf to create that movement. Take most of your weight through your big toe. Good, because that's the toe that's designed to take that weight forwards and up, drawing up through the calf. Good, scooping in through that lower tummy, opening out through the chest, tucking the chin, dropping the shoulders down. Good, so we're going to work through the body to try and get that flight out of your body. Good. Brilliant, just a couple more. Good stuff. Then we're going to take the legs out to the side and open out through the hips. Whoop. Watch your balance. Toes pointing out, bottom tucked under, chest nice and open, chin tucked. Again, hands on the hips. So we're going to be squatting down, opening out through the knees. Good, so rotating the knees out. Knees are trying to go over your toes. Your hands are on your hips here, your shoulders are dropped down, your chest open, your chin tucked. Good. Squeeze your bottom on the way up. So this is just opening out through the hips, but it's also quite good for toning the glutes. Get the legs working a little bit. You've been sat for a long time, and it's really good to get the blood pumping around the muscles and get the legs working. It's going to make you feel really good for this day ahead or for a night's sleep. So this is something you can do before you go to bed in your hotel room, which is just going to prepare you really nicely for a good night's sleep on your first night. Lovely, just a couple more. Brilliant. On the next one, we're going to stay down and we're going to lift both heels. So lift and lower, so we're working those calves at the same time as opening the hips and working the glutes. And the abs a little bit here if you tuck your bottom under, keeping the chest open. Good, and working the feet a little bit. You might have a little bit of swelling around the feet and the ankles, and this will help to just pump things around. Brilliant. Good stuff, and take some nice deep breaths in as you go. Brilliant. Just a couple more. And then we're just going to pulse the knees out like that. That's going to really help to open out through those hips again. And again, toning through the glutes, which is really useful for everything. Brilliant. Just a couple more. Good stuff. Let's bring the legs in. Okay. We're just going to have the palms facing up towards the sky. Knees a little bit soft. Bottom tucked under. Chest nice and open. And then we're just going to open out through the shoulders a little bit here. Okay, so hands out, fingertips out, elbows in, hands together. Good stuff. And it should really feel like it's stretching through the chest and mostly through those arms. Good. And just a couple more. Last one. Then we're going to rotate around to the right. Out, rotate to the right, come back to the center, elbows in, hands together. Good, and then we're going to go round to the other side. Keeping those hips locked forwards. Think about headlights on the front of the hips. Pointing forwards, locked forwards. Just cast your mind down to your feet. Make sure your feet are firmly planted. Good stuff. Excellent. And we're going to do one more each side. And last one. Nice. All right, bring your arms down, give your legs a little shake. All right, so we're going to do more of a stretching exercise here. Again, feet pointing forwards and hip width apart. We're going to bend both knees, stretch the right arm up, the left one down, and stretch to the side here. Good. Stretching your fingertips up and down, really opening out between the two. Scooping round, hands together, come to the front, and then you curl up. So that standing position, one up, one down. Stretch to the other side. Good. Stretching around. Good. To the front and curl up. I want you to go again, one more each side. Up and down, around, hands together, to the front and curl up, straighten the legs there. One up, one down. Good. Around, to the front and curl up. All right, just roll those shoulders. And then we're just going to come to the end of the mat here, or the towel, whatever you've got available to you. And we're going to curl down, so bring your chin to your chest, curling all the way down, and just feel like you're stretching through the backs of the legs there. It's really important to let the head go heavy and let the arms hang heavy as well. This is one of the only opportunities you really let your head go and your arms go, and it just takes the tension a little bit out of the neck. The head is about 1/6 of the body weight, so just by letting it go here can really help to relax it. Good work. Breathe in and out a couple of times there. And then I want you to bend and straighten alternate knees, feeling that stretch through the back, pushing your heel down into the floor each time you straighten your leg, and actually tighten your thigh each time you straighten the leg as well. Good work. So the backs of the legs, the hamstrings tend to get really tight when you have been sitting on a flight, and the back tends to get a bit tight as well, so it's good just to elongate and stretch out through that back a little. Now we're just going to walk the hands forwards into a downward dog position, so hands as wide as your mat, and then dropping back through the heels, opening through the chest. And if you can bend and straighten each knee, again there, pushing the heel down to the floor. Good, sinking your weight back into your heels. Good work. Good stuff. Then we're going to walk the hands forwards into a plank. Just hold that for a second and tighten up through your abs, and then lowering your hips down and stretching out through your back. Now you might actually find that you're better off down on the elbows here, so see how you go. Up onto the hands if you'd like, drop the shoulders down and broaden through the chest. Good stuff. Breathe in and out there. I just want you to keep your abdominals working just slightly, drawing the ribs down, scooping in through the lower tummy. Good stuff. And then if you can come down onto your front, and I want you to bend one knee here. Tuck the chin and have your head on that arm, bending one knee, stretching through your thigh, tucking your bottom under, keeping everything nice and straight, and keep the knees vaguely together. Good stuff. And swap sides. The other one. Tucking the bottom under, keeping the knees slightly together, tucking the bottom. Brilliant. Good stuff. We're just going to come up onto the hands and knees again there, and I just want you to step your right leg forwards to the outside of that right hand. We're going to stretch up the other arm, and you can actually come down onto the heel to the side there. We're just going to hold that briefly. Good. Bring the hand down, step that leg back, step the other one forwards. Good. Opening out through the chest. Good work. Come down, step the other leg forwards again. We're actually going to go with the same side. So it's a slightly different stretch. You'll get a bit of a stretch through your glute there. Sink back into the back heel. Good stuff. Hand down, back, other hand forwards, other leg forwards, and rotate again to the side. Good stuff. Brilliant. Coming down. All right, and we're just going to come down onto our sides here. And I want to put the arm out to the side. That gives you a pillow for the head. We're going to tuck that bottom hip back, tuck the hips under, stretch that top hip away, and we're just going to open out through the chest. So you can bend that hand a little bit there, that arm, so the hand's under your head, and come forwards and do a bit of breathing with this one as well. Breathe in as you come up, breathe out as you go over. Keep the hips stacked, one on top of the other. Breathe in as you come up, breathe out as you go over. Good. And again, breathe in and out. Good stuff. Just coming on to the other side. Good work. Bend your knees. Tuck that bottom hip back. Arm for a pillow there. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. And to the front. Breathing in again. And out. Good work. And going again, breathing in, breathing out. Good. And another quite similar one here. Let's come onto the hands and knees, called thread the needle. Keep that right hand planted on the floor. Rotate to the side. Come down and push through. Good. Up and to the side. Breathe in. Breathe out and through. Breathing in. Breathe out and through. Good. Come back up. And the other arm. In and out and through. Let's go again. So you can bend that weight bearing arm. 2. Keep your abs engaged a little bit as you go. 3. Good. Nice one. So we're just going to come down onto our backs. Now, if anyone's experiencing any back pain from the flight, one thing is good to do all of that stretching, but another thing is to activate those deep abdominals, which have probably gone to sleep throughout the flight. So let's just do a few activating exercises. Tuck the chin, open the chest, sink those ribs down, find the little arch in the lower back, so rock forwards and backwards a little bit here. Settle in between, that's the best place to get those deep abdominals switched on. So in that position there, deep abdominals switched on, tighten through your pelvic floor and try and scoop together a little bit here. We're going to lift and lower alternate legs. Good, lift and lower. So what we call tabletop, which is knee above hip and toes level with knees. Good, so lift and down and lift and down. So notice my hands where they are on the hips. That just helps those to keep nice and stable. Good stuff. And then we're going to lower one knee out to the side and come back up again, and then the other side and come back up. Good. Check your position. Check the chest's open and the chin's tucked. Brilliant. Make sure your breathing is nice and relaxed as we go. Good stuff. Tabletop, stretch away, back in and down, and tighten the thigh each time. Stretch out, back in and down. Good. Keep breathing. Nice one, guys. And another nice one, feet and knees pinned together, arms out to the side. Pick up the hip, take the legs to the side, and then come back. Your ribs stay down. So this is a lovely one to stretch and to strengthen. So picking up the hip, taking the legs over, keep the knees together. Keep the knees pinned together. And pick up the foot off the floor, you'll notice each time. Good. Drawing in through your tummy. Use your abdominals to pull back together again. Good. Good. Nice. One more each side. Good. And then I just want you to bring your knees into your chest. Good stuff. Roll from side to side. Okay, so we're just going to do some crunches just to activate those outer abs a little bit, hands behind your head, and off we go. Crunch and lower, maintaining that little arch in the back, drawing the ribs down at the front, keeping your hands behind your head. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs up to tabletop, one at a time. Crunch again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch the right leg out, rotate to the left. 1, 2, with that rotating crunch at the same time. 4, 5, scooping in the tummy. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and just a few hundreds to finish. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right hand behind the head, left up and down, keeping the elbow wide. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swap sides. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 2. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. One leg down at a time. Just take a couple of breaths there. Good stuff. Stretch the arms up, straight up above the head. Good work. Scoop them round. Stretching the fingertips out the whole time. Brilliant. Down by your sides. Good stuff. Grab one knee. Coming up, we're just coming on to the hands and knees. Last little bit before we finish. So drawing up and stretching down. Good, that's 1. Breathe in and breathe out. 2, 3. Just 2 more. Last one. Good work. Tucking the toes under. Come back, stretching the bottom up. Bend and straighten each knee again. Rotate one arm out to the side. Good stuff. Come down. And then the other side. Good stuff. Come down. Curling up. Good stuff. And then just a little bit of stretching and standing. Last one. Breathing in. Come up onto your toes. Breathing out. Lock your hands behind your head and drop your shoulders. Breathe in again. Breathe out. Up onto the toes. And round. One more of those. Breathing in. Arms up. Down. Lock your hands behind your head. Breathe in. And out. In. And out again. Roll your shoulders a couple of times. And there you go. There's your lovely little workout to do when you reach your hotel, either on holiday or a business trip, doesn't matter what. If you can just go and subscribe to my channel, that would be fantastic, the little red button, and click like on this workout and give me a little comment on the comment box. Thank you.